Hi families, my name is Stephanie Hinton and I'm the Director of Early Childhood. Today I'm here to walk you through week 3 of Pre-K's Continuous Learning Plan. When you pick up your instructional packet for your pre-K student, you'll see that the front page is the same that has been for the last 2 weeks, with a sample structure for learning. These give you timeframes of how long to spend on content as well as extended learning opportunities. And then you'll also see daily learning opportunities. These are things that you can do every day with your child, like reading, playing, counting, writing, every single day. One thing that's a little different is this week we included new alphabet and number cards. And there's nothing on the back, so you can cut them out and use them a little more intentionally this week. So we're really excited about that. The next thing you'll see is the weekly learning menu. This week is focused on spring and celebrating Earth Day, which is April 22nd of week 3. We'll have lots of activities this week about the role of our communities and how to be a good citizen. All right, so first thing is our take-home book. Now, we walked through last week how to cut out the take-home book. So we're going to do a quick overview of that. So you'll have your book, and it's 2 pages, so page 1 and page 2. They're front and back. First step, you will cut along the border here, and then you'll also cut straight down the middle, and there are dotted lines to indicate where you need to cut. Then you'll just work on putting them in order. So you've got page 1, which is your good citizenship, or good citizens can help cover, and then you'll go through page 2 to page 3, page 4, 5, 6, and 7, and once you have them all in order, 8 and 9 are in the middle, you'll just fold, okay? So the comprehension skill for this week is something that you can do with any book that you might read with your child. And I'm gonna demonstrate that for you here with our take-home book. And what you're gonna do is talk about what's happening in the picture. A really great way to introduce a new book is by just doing a picture walk and doing just that, talking about what's happening in every single picture. So on page 7, you'll ask your child, what do you see in this picture? And they might talk about the little girl sweeping the floor, how she's holding a broom. It's a great way to introduce new vocabulary words to your child, words that they may not be familiar with yet. Then after you're done doing a quick picture walk and looking at the pictures and talking about what's happening in the pictures, remember, you don't have to do every single picture, right? So just pick pictures that you think have interesting opportunities for you to have a conversation with your child about. But then when you get to the reading picture, the words say, I can sweep, you can talk about how the picture helped you to read the words and how pictures sometimes give us hints to what the story is about, gives us an idea of what to expect in the story. And so it's a really important skill to develop, and this is a great way to develop that skill in your child. Another skill that is on the continuous learning plan this week is rhyming words. And so rhyming words are words that sound the same at the end, like cat and hat. Those are 2 words that rhyme. So this week we introduced a game called That Rhymes, That Rhymes. And this is such a fun game. Chances are your child may have played this game in their classroom. So what you'll do is you'll come up with 2 words that either rhyme or don't rhyme. So if you say 2 words that rhyme, like cat, hat, you and your child will say, that rhymes, that rhymes. And if you say 2 words that do not rhyme, like shoe, boot, you'll say, no way, no way. This is a fun game. You can play this doing anything while you're doing bath time or if you're in the car to reinforce those rhyming skills. If your child is really getting rhyming, challenge them, encourage them to come up with 2 words that rhyme or 2 words that don't rhyme. And so this is a great game. Just play it back and forth and do it as often as you have time to do it. So this week in math has one of my favorite activities to do with students, and it's called going on a shape walk. When I was in the classroom, we would do this and walk through the school and just point out the different shapes that we see in real life. But this is something you can also do in your home. So pointing out where you see rectangles in your home. Maybe it's a family picture you have hanging up. Where do you see circles? Maybe you have a clock that's hanging on the wall. There are shapes all around us, and this is just a great opportunity for our children to recognize where we see shapes in real life and in the world around us. Another great activity that we have in math this week, there's actually a couple that have to do with sorting objects. And so we included a sorting mat. So you might decide to sort snacks that you have, you might decide to sort snacks that you have. So you might put, and challenge your child to think of a way to sort. So let's say you use Fruit Loops. You might sort by color, right? Because they're all the same shape. If you have something that is different colors and different shapes, it makes it even more interesting to think about the different ways we can sort them. Another thing we included in this week was sorting the letters. So thinking about which letters are, maybe have a circle shape in them, or an oval shape in them rather, or maybe which letters have straight lines or which letters have diagonal lines. You can sort by which letters are vowels and which ones are consonants. And so there's a couple of different ways that you can sort this week. You can even get real brave and try sorting with silverware, or sorting the dishes, it's a common, or sorting the laundry, and taking that sorting activity to real life application. I was really excited to find this science activity online, and I just want to share a little bit about it, and it's the wind experiment activity. And so what you'll do with this is have you and your child find some objects around your house that your child thinks might move easy in the wind or might. So we put a couple of examples in the continuous learning plan for you, but you don't have to necessarily use the objects we listed. So cotton balls, tissues, some items that are heavier, a rock or a book, and then have your student predict what they think is going to happen. And so we have this document in the instructional packet, items that you think will move easily. You might think the book will move easily. You might think the cotton ball will move easily. And you'll just record your predictions. Your child will record their predictions. And they can just draw a picture or write the words that they think, whichever column they think it will go in. So then once we've gotten this filled out, you'll take a blow dryer or a fan and just have the items out on the table and use that blow dryer or that fan to be the wind, right? And so as you're blowing the wind on these objects, your child can then go back and put a check mark next to which of their predictions happened. You know, they might have said they thought the cotton ball would move easily. Put a check mark next to that. That prediction turned out to happen. Why did you think that was going to happen that way? And then you might have thought the book would move easily, and maybe the book doesn't, and the book probably doesn't move easily. I guess it depends on the book and how heavy it is. If you use the take-home book, it probably will move easily because it's made of paper. And why do you think it didn't move easily? And talk a little bit about why items that are heavier aren't moving easier and why items that are lighter do. And so this will be a really great opportunity to use some of those vocabulary words with your child and really enrich the activity. In the social emotional section, the focus is cooperation this week. And so you'll see lots of activities in there about recycling, volunteering to help someone in your family, practice a new responsibility at home. We talked about sorting and how our children might help us sort the laundry or sort the dishes. This might be an opportunity to introduce a new responsibility, right? So, or you're teaching a math skill and we're also learning about cooperation. For movement and related arts, there's a lot of focus on dance and listening to music this week. Also some dramatic play opportunities for your child to just engage in the subject matter and play with it and have fun with it. So if you have any questions at all, please call us at 58-STUDY. See you next week.